So this week I have had the amazing opportunity to be able to meet Claire from Hello Hooray blog. And if you don't know who that is, basically she is a fellow embroidery artist, and she was selling she was selling a few things. She used to have a shop which unfortunately had to shut down, but she was trying to sell her DMC storage tower. And I messaged her, and after some talking, she very, very kindly, and I cannot thank her enough, has gave me her DMC tower, which is what this pole is. Don't worry, it's nothing that I'm gonna dance on or anything. But she kindly gifted me it. She was a lot closer to me than I thought as well. So yeah, I went to meet her, and she is so lovely and so kind. And yeah, so now I'm gonna have to, I know where I'm gonna put it. There's only one place it's gonna go, which is over there. So I'm gonna build it, and I'm gonna put all my threads on it. And the challenge I'm gonna have is I'd say 90% of my threads are on bobbins. And this stand, if you've ever been to a craft shop or anything like that, you'll have probably seen them. They generally have them in shops, if you know, have the DMC skeins on. And yeah, so most of my threads are on bobbins, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna place the threads on the little pegs. But I'm really excited, I'm really happy, and it's gonna be so nice to finally, because all my threads are in drawers, which you've probably seen before, and they're not the most aesthetically pleasing drawers. And they work, but they're not great. And it's just going to be so nice to be able to see all my threads in one place without having to pull everything out. And I just think it's going to look really, really satisfying, almost like the threads I've got on my wall. And yeah, I just can't thank Claire enough. So I will tag her below. Please go check her stuff out. She's got some lovely patterns and lots of lovely embroidery things. And yeah, so let's see how this goes. Also, how cute is this? My friend got me it quite a while ago. It's like a little money box, and when you wind it up, cute. It's a bit dusty. Also, some of you may have noticed this before. I know it looks a bit creepy, but it was made for me by someone who I used to teach, and I just thought it was really, really cute. She made it all by hand, and it's just like a little, I think it's like a little mold. Yeah, it's just meant to be like a pin cushion. River's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're gone.
want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. River's gonna cry when you're gone. I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me.
Okay, so that's that built. It is very big. I also feel like I need to tape this top bit here, just sort of to keep it a bit more near, because it needs double-sided or something, but it's very big. But I think it looks really good. Also, I feel like I'm gonna have to paint this wall or something, because obviously I had to probably fill all the holes from all the old shelves and stuff. But it looks really good, and I'm excited to put all my threads on it. And I also got this arm, which I'll show you once I've unpacked it, but basically it attaches to here and comes down, and what I thought was I could hang other products on it. Like I used to obviously have my hoops up here, I could maybe hang them on there and put some of the other things on there. So yeah, what do you think? I'm excited to put the threads on it. After some fiddling with the top bar, which was a bit tricky, and there was a similar to this on here, but it wouldn't fit under my shelf, and I didn't really want to take that shelf down just for that. So I think it looks pretty good where it is. At first it was kind of sticking out a bit and it was taking up too much space, so I've pushed it right back. So this should spin now, so that's pretty nice, and obviously these all spin. So yeah, now I just need to put all the threads on it. So I'm just sat thinking about what I'm gonna do about the threads, because obviously I don't have one of each number, I don't think, and I kind of like the idea of still keeping them like in thread, like in colour order. So like I'd do like one ring red, one ring green, whatever, or like a rainbow effect, which I thought would be quite cute. But I'm probably gonna regret this later. I was thinking maybe I could turn the like labels around and like write on them each, like the colour under each one. I feel like that's a lot of work, and I'm probably gonna regret that later if I start that. But maybe I could just start by putting the colours on it and then go from there. We'll see. Okay, so I've just put these on here and look how good they look. So these are all the sizes that I do as well. So I've managed to get them all on there. And I've still got a spare side, so I need to figure out what else I could put on there. But I think a lot of the stuff I have doesn't have like this sort of fitting on it. But I wonder if I could get some of these that have like just one pole out. I know that when I used to work at a shop and do this, that was a thing, because I've just noticed these have little holes in them. So I wonder if I could do that and like prepare more of my stuff for like putting on here, like in shops and stuff. I think that would be a good like little thing to do. But yeah, looking good. You've been good. so before I start, I have a few thoughts. So I've been trying to think how I am going to put my threads on the tower, as I have such a large amount of threads and they're not all DMC. Like, there's some that I don't know what brand they are because I've collected them since I can remember. So I've had a few thoughts into how I'm going to actually like put them on the stand. My first idea was, well, I'm pretty stuck on the idea of I'd still like to keep them in colour order rather than number order. So I'm gonna do like green, red, pink, whatever, and I'll do that. But I thought, I wonder if I should do them all DMC first and then put the rest at the bottom. But then, yeah, I don't know. But I think I might just put them all on together, because then it's the same system as what I've got now, because now they're all together just in colour order, which works for me because then I know I can use the DMC ones when I'm trying to make patterns, so I know I can reference those later. I also have a big drawer of like mixed, like, you know, like variegated threads and things. You see? So like a lot of them are like mixed colours, so they're not like all one colour. So I think I'm going to leave them to last, and what I might do is just keep those separate, because my other concern is that I have a lot of colours that, again, because they're not all DMC, that they won't all fit. So I feel like I have a slight concern that I'm going to get so far and then run out of space. So we'll have to see how it goes. I think what I think I might have to do, like, to solve that is not put one colour on each peg, and maybe just put them, like, if they're very, very similar, put them on the same peg, and then maybe go from there. But yeah, I think, and then I had another idea, which again, I think I might regret that later, or I could probably do it at a later date, is doing them from light to dark as well. So like if I had all my greens, do them from light to dark. I feel like that would be a lot for me to do. So let's see. Okay, so it's now a little while after you just saw me, because I thought that it didn't quite look as good as I thought it would, because the bobbins kind of overlap each other. So if I put one on each peg, they overlap and they bash, and it was going to be a pain to like take them off. And I genuinely thought that because of the amount of colours that I've got, some being DMC, some not, that there was just going to be too many to put on here, and it would have looked a bit messy and it would have been a pain to take them all off. So what I've done is I have separated them all. So all the ones that I'm going to put on this stand are all going to be DMC, just DMC. So I've separated them all, which took a little while, and these are just the yellows, so it's filled the whole top, just the yellows, and they are all in, like, each one is a colour, so each one is one colour, bar maybe one or two, because again I couldn't fit them all on, and I didn't want them taking up too much space, because I have got others that I know I have a lot more shades of. So I have put, like, there is a couple that I've put, like, you can see there, I've put like 1, 2, 3, like, all together, but I'm okay with that, as long as the problem I had before was every single one was going to be like that, and it was just going to be not great. So yeah, so I've started that, and I'm going to continue doing the colour way rather than the number way, purely because when I work I pick colour wise, and it's just, I'm more of a visual person in the sense that when I'm picking colours I know the sort of colour I want, and then I can just go around and be like, right, it's not this shade, not that shade, not shade. So that just works for me better, and I can still see the numbers at the bottom, so it is more of an improvement from the drawers as well, because when they were in the drawers I couldn't see the numbers at all until I pulled them out. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so I've pretty much done the whole thing. I moved everything up slightly, so all the ones that are on the pegs have more than one of the colour on the peg, and then all the ones that are on the rim, there's just one of each. So it's all the way down, and then now I have this space left. So these are all the variegated ones that are DMC ones, and then there's some on here that again are just single ones, and there's a couple here that, you know, I ran out of space on these ones. But this is just white cream, black grey, and I've got about half of that one and pretty much this full one here. I've got this drawer left, which is basically just threads that aren't like usual 6-strand threads. So they're like pearl, different like weights of pearl, or they're like satiny, some are like tapestry wool. Some of these are like mullein, I can't remember the name of it, mullein, like a special thread. So I think what I'll do is, because these are all that's left in my DMC, but they're not the 6-stranded ones, I would like to put all my DMC ones on there, just because then they're all on there and I've not just got like a random drawer full. Plus, I didn't want more than this left, so I've had to put these back in here. These are basically just non-branded ones, or ones that aren't DMC, that I don't think I'll use much. Or I think my plan is with these is I'm gonna start doing like stitch alongs and stuff, and I think what'll be really nice is if I use these, and the idea behind it is that you're encouraged to use your own threads and your own colours, so you're not having to, you know, follow a specific colour of thread. So yeah, I think I'm going to use these for my stitch alongs, which I'll be starting. And then I've got my Steph Francis ones, which I use the most. And I'm wondering whether I could sneak those on here, just because I think I use them the most, and it would be nice to have them out, because I think I'll still have some space even once I've put these on. So let's go. So I've just sorted out the few satins that I have, and I just wanted to show you the difference between satin and rayon. So this one's satin, in which you can see it's got an S before the number, and this one's rayon. So it's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but the only way I could describe it is this one's really soft and this one's a bit more crinkly. Like it's still soft, but it's a bit more crinkly. But yeah, those are the differences between those two. Okay, so it is finally done. I'm very happy like how it's come out. I ended up moving them all up. Initially I had some, as you've seen, like one on each one. So what I've done is I've put all of these on the peg have more than one of each colour. The rest are single. I don't know if I said that before. And yeah, it just works really well now. And they're all in number order. Initially they weren't, which was what was causing it to take so long. I was having to look through every one and I was just kind of whacking them on and there was no method to the madness. But yeah, so they're all in number order now. So they're in number order here and the number order there. And I just think it looks so good. So these are all a DMC, so there's nothing else on there. I decided to stick with just DMC on here because I feel like it just made sense and it kind of seemed sacrilege to do anything else, to put anything else on there. So yeah, there is a little bit of room at the bottom. So that might mean that I have to buy more. And maybe not. So yeah, let me know what you think and I will show you a close-up. So these are all the yellows and then the oranges and it turns into orange. Again, I've put all the skeins at the back, so I thought I'd use up my bobbins first. And I think what I'll do in the future is just keep like one of each on a bobbin and then keep the rest skeins if I do get any more. And then you've got blue and green, and then the blue turns into purple, and then you've got purple and pink, and then brown, and then like there's like a bit of purple there left over from up here. And these are all, well, it's like grey, cream, black, and then all these are like, I think I said before, like pearl, cotton, satin, rayon, like unusual things that aren't usual 6-stranded ones. And then these are all variegated ones. So yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Next week I am hoping to have my key rings, which if you've watched any of my previous vlogs, you'll know that it's a thing that I was gifted, which is, I've never had that before, and so I'm very excited to see how they look and how they've turned out. So I'll definitely be showing you those and unboxing them and everything. So look out for that. And I hope you liked the new pattern, the moon and stars, the moon and tree pattern. I'm still deciding on a name. And that'll be up maybe middle of, when is it now? May, June, middle of June maybe. It's just a really nice pattern. I feel it worked really well with the grey fabric as well. Just with it being like a night time, you could see all the snow falling, and I thought it was just really nice on the grey fabric. So I hope you liked that. And yeah, let me know what you think about a stitch along. Is that something you would like? Would you like it on YouTube, like pre-recorded, and then I just release videos every so often, and maybe just like a small one every day? Or would you prefer it over on Instagram or anywhere else? Let me know. What sort of thing would you like? I do have one in mind that I would like to do, but it's quite not hard but complex. It's quite a complex thing. It's like a little seahorse and like a wreath of shells and like seaweed and oceany things, and it's pretty cool. So that was something I was planning on doing, but I wonder if I should do something also a bit more simpler. And yeah, so let me know what you think about a stitch along and whether you would be interested, and as I say, whether you'd want it pre-recorded, and then at least if it's pre-recorded and it's on somewhere that you can look back at it and you can just do it. So yeah, I will see you next time, and thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, it really helps my channel grow, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.